Now here's more from today's featured artist on Frank's Magic Bus.
I'm Frank Welch, and we continue our one-on-one conversation with Lynyrd Skynyrd, lead singer Johnny Van Zant. Have you ever done, since you've been singing lead now with Skynyrd, or did you ever hear, before you rejoined him, of Lynyrd Skynyrd ever doing a show without doing Freebird?
No.
I was just saying, I always wanted to ask you that. I always wanted to ask,
We've, our shows are pretty predictable because we're going to end up with Freebird.
I was gonna say, now, have you ever done one without doing Sweet Home Alabama on your set list?
No, not since I've been in a band.
That's funny. That is funny. You think back, to the, I remember the day I was on a plane flight going out in 77. I was going to pick a truck up at that time, and I got on the plane, and it was my first plane flight ever. And I heard about the plane crash where your great brother passed away in that thing. What were you doing, and how did you hear about that plane crash?
Man, I was in the 12th grade of school at that time. And actually, whenever I heard about the plane crash, me and my dad were working in our front yard. We had a big front yard with a circular driveway with a lot of hedge around it. So that particular afternoon, Dad said, get the hedge clippers. We're going out there and cutting that hedge. So we were out working, and back then, man, we always left our door unlocked, and we had a screen door. And Dad said, hey, I hear the phone ringing. It was just about dusk, and the sun going down, and we were trying to finish up, and I ran in and answered the phone, and it was a guy by the name of Alan Walton, which was Skynyrd's old manager. And I answered the phone, said hello, and he said, hey, this is Alan Walton. And I said, yes, sir. And I really didn't know who the man was at the time. And he says, there's been a plane crash, and what was weird is that we had the TV on in the house, and it was one of those old box TVs, that sit on the floor. And,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, I need to speak to your dad. What plane went down? And he said, Skynyrd, and so, of course, I hollered for my father, and he ran in, and after that, dude, it's kind of a blank, to be honest. We were just kind of sitting around as a family getting information back, who had passed on, who was injured. And I think at times like that, your brain, kind of works on you as, maybe certain things you don't want to remember about a time like that. And,
tell me about it. Yeah.
Later on, we found out that Ronnie had passed. And a bad night for all of us. Bad day for Skynyrd family, bad day for the Van Zandt family, Gaines family, and, of course, the Pilots families, and, a lot of us here, So it was a not a good day overall.
But you were kind of a school kid in a way still at the time, right?
Well, yeah, I had my own band at the time. I've been playing music since, my dad used to be a truck driver, too, and hell, I drove a truck for a while, quit the music business, said, okay, I couldn't handle it.
No kidding.
Just too many A&R guys and wanting you to do this and not wanting you to be yourself.
So you went from A&R guys to dispatchers. Which worse?
Yeah, there you go. No kidding.
Oh, man, we used to give dispatchers hell when I was trucking.
I learned real quick hauling freight. You always pad the terminal manager's pocket, then that way you get
yes.
freight.
Yeah, terminal managers on the take. Yes, especially back in the day. Yeah, you buy the dispatcher like a case of his favorite beer or something like that.
There you go. No kidding. But,
wow.
No, man. But, hey, I enjoy driving truck, man. There's, hey, I love the highway and still do love getting out and traveling. And, it's just a different thing now. I'm playing music instead of driving a truck, man. But, hey, both of them are great occupations, man.
Well, hitting the road and loving the highway, that's part of the lyrics of that song, Last of the Dying Breed, man.
Sure.